So for today's, we will talk about climate change and the use of technology in waste management, and of course the diplomatic efforts to tackle the climate change. Of course, the special guest here, the Excellency, the Ambassador of Sri Lanka to Indonesia and ASEAN, Admiral Professor Dayanat Kolombage. How are you, sir?
Oh, I'm fine, Nurul. Thank you very much for having me on this program. And let's talk about a very important topic for the whole world.
Okay, right. As I mentioned before, we would like to talk about climate change. So, Excellency, as you know, many people are talking about climate change. And for your own perspective, of course, what is climate change?
Well, climate change is in front of our own eyes. We only have to look and feel, because we now know there are drought conditions, sometimes excessive rain and floods, and the glaciers are melting, Arctic ice is melting. As we speak, a huge iceberg has broken from Antarctica and now moving towards land, right? And then we have heard October 2023 is the recorded hottest month of the world. From the time the record keeping started in the world, this year October was the hottest month and the hottest summer. Now this is really bad news. That means the climate change is real and the science has spoken. Scientists say climate change is real and we have to take action now. If we don't take action, of course they have given a tipping point, that is 1.5 degrees centigrade or 1.5 degrees Celsius from pre-industrial level. That is the tipping point. If it goes beyond that, you cannot reverse, right? So this climate change is something we are all going to be worried about. Is going to impact all of us. If the global temperature rise more than 1.5 degrees Celsius, the average temperature, especially in the tropical areas, will rise by about 4 degrees Celsius.
Wow.
And we will not be able to bear it.
Wow, that is a huge change of our climate. And as you told me earlier, that there will be an impact for us, for the humans. And would you be able to explain us what is the impact, the worst impact of
Well, the worst impact is it will impact agriculture. If it impact the agriculture, we will run out of food. We will have food shortages. And it will impact the livestock, because the animals in the wild, animals in the jungle, they will die, right? And then of course the balance of the environment, when the food chain is broken, when the wildlife is broken, that will have ramification to the world. And also, Nurul, another very important aspect that we must be very mindful is, with the global warming, the sea level is rising. If the ocean level rise by 1 meter, right, maybe 2/3 of our world will be gone, right? Because all the coastal areas will be inundated with water. Now we all know in majority of the countries, largest population concentration is along the coastal areas. So imagine if the ocean level rise by 1 meter, entire Maldives chain of islands will be gone under the water. Half of Jakarta will be gone. So this climate change, global warming and ocean warming, these are very negative impact on us, and it will be very uncomfortable. You know, everybody doesn't have air condition. If the temperature rise by 4 degrees Celsius, it will be very uncomfortable for people to live.
I'm sure everyone feels the same thing, that not feeling comfortable with the change of the climates, the rising temperatures and everything. So as you know, the impact is very bad, Excellency. And what has been done to tackle the climate change for the technology or waste management? Of course, as you are the ambassadors, what is the diplomatic efforts that has been done for the climate change?
Well, we have been talking a lot. Right, we have been discussing. So as we speak, the COP28, that is COP mean Conference of the Parties on the Climate Action, is now taking place in Dubai, UAE. This is a very important summit. It is called the COP28. Because now the science has spoken and it is time to take action now. We don't have the luxury of waiting any longer. We have had enough discussions, enough protocols, enough conventions. Now it's time to take very concrete action, not limiting only to the beautiful words in our conventions and protocol. Time for action now. And every country has a responsibility, because right now we are dealing with the future. We are dealing with the future of the world, future of our generation, right? So every country, now is the time to take action. This is the message we need to tell everyone. This is the message we need to hear from COP28. Enough is enough. Enough talking, like time to take action. And very importantly, we need climate financing. Every country cannot afford to meet their nationally determined contributions unless there is a lot of money. So the developed world has a responsibility to give money, allocate funding to the developing world, so that they will take enough action, they will take prompt action to reduce the carbon dioxide emission, which is the number one crime or number one criminal in the global warming. So we have, time is now, no time to delay any action now.
Right. And for the individual, maybe because these are individuals, what can we do?
Well, yes, it's not only the government, because the climate is ours, not only the government. Climate is humans, right? It impacts the human. So we have to have better practices, right? Minimum waste, eat minimum food, you do the walking and cycling, don't go by the car always, right? And build smart and clean and green homes, so that you use the sunlight and create renewable energy, right? From the sun, from the waves, from the wind, from the ocean, right? So there are a lot of things we can do so that we prevent emission of carbon dioxide into the atmosphere, right? Carbon dioxide leave to the atmosphere, it block the re-radiation of sun's rays back to the space. That is why every year we are contributing more and more carbon dioxide. It is like you are sitting inside a microwave oven and you are switching on. So every time the heat goes on, right? So we individuals, our habits like throwing plastic or single-use plastic is the number one killer of the environment. So we have to change. Our habits need to change. We must buy only what is essential for us. We must eat only what is essential for us to live. We must never waste food, throw food. Buy only clothes what is essential for you. So these are some of the things that we use. And then finally, use technology. Science is there. Artificial intelligence is there. We need artificial intelligence to prevent, mitigate impact of climate change. Artificial intelligence for food chain, fashion industry, agriculture. Huge use, and we have everything now. We need to use technology and science to take climate action.
Okay, thank you very much for your time, Excellency. So as I can say, for our discussion this morning, that climate change is a very dangerous thing that we all need to tackle, and we all need to work together to tackle the climate change. For the individual, we need to stop wasting when everything, as the Excellency has explained, and then we need to urge more to the governments to do more for the climate change and climate crisis, and also we need to use the technology to help to tackle the climate change. Thank you very much, Your Excellency, to be with me this morning. It's a wonderful day to be with you again, and I'll see you again in the next Sahabat Sri Lanka episode 10.
Thank you, Nurul. Ayubowan Dirgayu. Thank you.